What's goody, everybody? It's full-time trip. We're back in the building. Arsenal won, Crystal Palace won, but Arsenal 8, Crystal Palace 7 on penalties. All that good stuff. You know what happened, all right? Listen, it was a penalty shootout. It was heart attacks, palpitations. People almost died and stuff like that. Not really, but you get the point. And we are through on penalties into the semifinals of the Carabao Cup. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody's okay. Hope you're coming down from the stress that whole game induced if you watched it live. If you didn't watch it live, consider yourself slightly lucky, honestly. But we are here. We are in the building, ready to talk about this and break it down. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Own goal coming in at 80 minutes on the dot from William Saliba's evil twin, Maxence Lacroix. And right in 90+5, a set piece comes in and Marc Guéhi scores at the other end. And then we go to penalty shootouts. Honestly, crazy good penalties. All of them are really good penalties, except the one that missed, obviously. But all of them are actually really good from both sides of the field. So credit to everybody who's on the pen duty. That was actually a really good shootout. But there's two sides to today. There's two sides to today. And again, y'all know me at this point if you've watched the videos long enough. I gotta start with the damn veggies. I gotta start with the bad news first. And honestly, I shouldn't have to even say anything. I could just point y'all to a video that I did damn near 2 years ago talking about ruthlessness. Are Arsenal ruthless? Unfortunately, the lack of ruthlessness is still pervasive within this team's DNA, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate the lack of ruthless edge. We have every opportunity to put teams to the sword, and time again, we just cannot find anything, not a singular touch to get through. Give us something. Give us a little bit of spark just to get over the line and get us in a more comfortable position. It's crazy. It's crazy. Again, I'm not going to be the most rational version of me right now, because I'm mad about that. This is a persistent issue that has been happening over the past several seasons. Own goal is the highest goal scorer in the club for December right now. I'm pretty sure. Own goals on 3 goals. Sign that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Sign them. But everybody else is behind them. That's a problem. That's a problem, man. Over 2 point something XG. It was like 2.7 something XG to like their 0.95, which they only got in the last few seconds of the game with the goal that they equalized with. Dominated the game. But again, if we do not put teams to the sword like we have the capability to, we have them right there. We have the sword quite literally at their neck. But it's like we're tasked. We have every opportunity to be executioners, but we just forgot how to swing a sword at the very last second. What do you mean? We did the whole job of capturing them, taking them to the gallows, putting them right there on the guillotine, and we just don't know how to work the lever, Kronk. We just don't know how to work the lever at the very last moment that we need to. And we have several attempts to do it. Hey, there needs to be a serious inquest about shooting. Just from multiple angles. One, the endeavor to take shots. And I'm telling you right now, I am almost confident in it. I'm almost certain it is this in my heart. This is not I don't think this is a coaching issue, man. I really don't. Because Madueke did something in the Champions League against Club Brugge, against inferior opposition, where he was able to shrug somebody off and take the shot and make something happen with venom, with prejudice. He put that through. We saw that goal happen not but 2 games ago or 2-3 games ago. But across the pitch, it just becomes this dark cloud of indecision when it comes to shooting. And I don't know it's because they're drilled so well and they know the positions that the team is in, and if they concede a bad shot, it's over. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it could be, but I'll tell you right now, it's annoying to see the level of lacking conviction that is in the side. And I just don't know. I'm mad at it. I could be very honest with my feelings right now. I'm mad at it. I'm not happy with it whatsoever. We've got to find a way to show more venom with those situations. Tucking the ball away with venom. And it's annoying because it's the knock-on effect. It's the knock-on effect that really gets me in my mind. If we don't put games to bed, we create more stressful situations in the game states that we, carry into the second half and the rest of the game. and then we give potential for teams to, you know, fight back, potentially equalize, and we drop points. Which, on side note, that has also become a very scary theme that has evolved and emerged over the past couple of games. Just conceding late goals. Again, Sunderland. You know, there's a bunch of goals all over there. You know what I'm saying? But you know those last minute goals, Villa. That's been again a theme that I would love to see cut out. But that a part of that's, again, from a defensive personnel standpoint, that has been not the healthiest at the time. But back to it. From a game state perspective, that puts more pressure on us, you know what I'm saying, to try and fight and manage a game when the margins are so thin between a 1 goal, you know, margin or 1 goal lead. And then that puts a physical strain on the people playing the game, whether Arteta trusts to make rotations or not. And the people that he does put on, again, that adds extra strain. And then for the next game, that rotation's kind of scuffed. So you have to go to the people who are most fit. And that puts just the domino effect in order for everything across our season. If we don't put games to bed, we won't have the opportunities to have reprieve for our players and possibly extend their health a little bit more and possibly give us a bigger edge against other teams across the season. It's small things. And Arteta says it all the time. The margins are so thin. They're so thin. Everything counts. And I know for a fact he's going to be there, especially after the Wolves game, where we had so many, again, a lot of chances to make something happen or opportunities to try and get on the ball, be more productive, be more venomous around the final third specifically. And let me make sure I refine my language in that sense. Venom around the final third execution specifically. Because that is the only part of our game, in my opinion, outside of actual personnel issues, that still continues to lack. Even though we might have full strength people, we might have our full strength team, but there will be days where we just don't know how to execute and put people to the sword. Unless it's a Burnley, unless it's like a Brentford on a random day or West Ham, we need to put, if we see an opportunity to put people to the sword, put everybody to the sword. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea, we were able to do it like a season ago or a season and a half ago or whatever at the Emirates. We do it like every once in a while, but it needs to be a real eventuality. When we smell blood, we need to go after that. That's where I'm at. That's what needs to click in people's brains. And if it takes an entire purgatory session worth of shooting drills against, like, again, full court pressing shooting drills, fine, so be it. If the only work that they do during training is recovery and shooting, let it be that. Let it be that. Because truth be told, everything else on the day was really, really good. Most everything else was really, really good from a midfield perspective, building up. Again, despite the lack of mobility in midfield, the midfield was great. I thought they did a really solid job to maintain things, to hold it down. I thought getting into the box, the final third entries were good. The decision, even some of the execution from a crossing perspective, those decisions were really good, and we'll key in some individuals in a second. But it is the final third execution. We need to finish it. You can't build a 3-layer cake with 2 out of the 3 layers fantastic, and you're just missing the top. That's the accent. You got to put everything to complete the picture. And I think it comes down to that psychological aspect of maybe they think there's so much going on in their heads if they misplace the shot and it puts them in a bad position. Their rest defense isn't set. There's this, that, and the third. There needs to be more of a balance in their minds about the endeavor that they can take when they're making shots. Trossard, I've seen be the only one that consistently will take pop shots. You know what I'm saying? Odegaard might do it from time to time, but his placement, isn't always the greatest. There needs to be more of a bravery behind the execution of shots and just venom behind shots. That's where I'm at with it. I hope to high hopes that they amend that and they fix that up as we go, but we'll see. Outside of that, the rest of that game was domination. The rest of that game was absolute domination for the most part. I think there were some ebbs and flows in the second half, but for the most part, they didn't offer up anything. They didn't give anything. They weren't shackled. They didn't. Crystal Palace didn't provide a significant threat throughout the most of that 90 minutes up until that extra time, in my opinion. Obviously, the missing players. Obviously, they're tired. And even given light of that fact, the fact that we rotated, we should have dominated that game still, even if they didn't rotate. Honestly, we had their number. We had their number across that 90 minutes. It was just about finishing dinner, but let me not talk about that part. Top to bottom, from a control perspective, from finding the right spaces perspective, from attacking defenders perspectives, from moving the ball around, finding the right pockets to slow down, settle play, not make it basketball. Again, really maneuver around the press as again Mateta and co were trying to get on the ball and get to us. There was some really good stuff going around. Really good stuff. I want to highlight some individuals in a second, but I want to say the overall play was really good. That performance, it should have warranted and it should have been accompanied by at least 3 goals. At least. But it comes down to, again, just like a finish dinner. But I want to say it's not the overall play. It's not the chance creation, because boy, oh boy, were there chances created. We can sit here and nitpick and do all this stuff like that, but the chances were flowing. They were moving around from a variety of different places. I saw great passes played in, cut through central lines. I saw great plays from the wing. I saw great plays from set pieces. I saw so much good stuff happening around the team. It should have warranted more. It should have warranted more goals. But I'm not gonna slate that. I can't slate that performance. I can slate the finishing, but I cannot slate that performance. That performance was really good, and I don't want that to cloud people's minds as they go into the next few days. I don't want the lack of ruthlessness in finishing to overshadow or completely derail the actual analysis of we played a dominating game. In the other thirds of the pitch, we were absolutely ruthless. We were absolutely efficient. We were absolutely patient. We found our ways to get pockets, open up spaces, exploit those spaces, and create opportunities. Everything else is up to the line. And I can't remember who said it. I don't know if it was Pep. I don't know if it was Jose Mourinho. Coaches and systems and all that stuff like that, the best thing that they can do is get you to the final third. Everything else that you do, that's up to you. That's really up to you. You know what I'm saying? You can be setting your place, whatever. When you get to the final third, that's your job as players, as a team, to put the goal in the back of the net. That's it. But it was a really good performance. Just smeared a little bit by the stink of terrible finishing and the lack of ruthlessness. That's really just my sum of the events, really. Before I go to Arsenal players, real quick shout out. I want to give a shout out to Adam Wharton. Adam Wharton's so good. Adam Wharton is so good. Yo. I haven't seen a player in a good little minute with one touch. There were several opportunities in this game, and I've seen it across this season. I watched Palace a decent little bit. There are so many times where he only has time for one touch. Either get the ball out of a dangerous position or into an advantageous one. And 9 times out of 10, he's going to get that touch. He's going to get it. The way he glides around the pitch he's incredible. I'm sorry. Second half, he definitely came alive. Again, I thought we had a game plan and kept him relatively quiet in the first half. Second half, I thought he was really good. If they had, a bit more energy about them today, I know they're running on a little bit of dead legs as well, would have been a different story, because he was playing some fantastic football. Out to him. But on to our players, you know what I'm saying? Got to give some shout outs. Didn't play the full 90, but shout outs to him. Gabriel Martinelli was absolutely on fire. That was one of his best games, if not his best game in the season, barring, any goals scored, honestly. He was everything that we wanted to see in Martinelli over the past couple seasons, where we thought maybe, is he run into a rut? Is he regressed? What is going on? That was the Martinelli. That was a great flash of what he can be and what he can still, again, grow back into. Just lightning fast, for one. Incredibly decisive beyond what we know him or seen him in the past to be. And quality in those final action moments. The crosses that he was delivering. Damn near every last one of them were so on point. It was a shame that some of them didn't find, again, a body that could latch onto those, or a body couldn't find those crosses, rather, because those crosses were immaculate, dangerous, well placed, good speed. So many things. I am delighted with his crossing and how it's improved, especially that half space cross, especially that one. The byline ones, pretty solid, sometimes a little bit high, but those half space crosses were fantastic, top to bottom. And then on the ball, dribbling, going past his player, attacking his man. Who was it, man? I can't even remember, man. Cavaro, Kava? I can't remember dude's name, but he was getting roasted like it was Kava, bro. He was making some, some chips in the back. Put some tzatziki on. It's wraps. It was looking long for him, bro. It was tough. Martinelli was absolutely cooking his fullback, making and making and taking clear advantage of that fullback. So bad they had to bring on Nathaniel Klein, bro. They had to bring him in. He's like, yo, listen, we gotta do something, bro. Come on, and switch up the game. Martinelli is fantastic. I hope this is something minor that he came off with. It seemed that he came back on the second half but couldn't really do too much. Still laboring over his knee, and then Trossard came on. So I'm hoping that he's okay. Please, not do injuries, man. We can't. Moving on. Probably the best midfielder out of the bunch today, Norgaard of the Galaxy. That's a standout player for me, man. The poise on the ball, the timing off the ball, the energy he had to keep up and find himself in the right place at the right times. Again, in the Jorginho mold, there's like, we know he's not going to be the most athletic guy on the pitch. We know that for a fact. But the fact that he's put in this performance here in the midfield, and then in the center back position in the Champions League, that lets me know I think he's in a real good position to be used more and utilized more often. I think he did, that was a big first step in the Champions League, but this was a really big step in what is essentially a Premier League fixture, to say, hey, I can be in these matches. I can be of use and give reprieve to a Zubimendi and a Rice when they're down. So credit to him. I thought he was really, really good as well. It was really good to see him work. Fantastic stuff. He must have felt the Marvel trailer drop for Doomsday or something like that. He was like, yo, the MCU need me. I gotta soup up. I don't know. Is what it was. Kepa Arrizabalaga. I gotta give a shout out to him, man. Decent stuff. You know what I'm saying? And a little stuff. The shootout, I gotta give him some credit for the shootout. Was diving left damn near every time until it worked. So we'll take it. But you know what? Had to step in and do a job. He damn well did it. Shout out to him. Ricardo Calafiori. Let me give a quick nod to him. When him and Hincapié are fit, start Hincapié left back. Just do another left back. Do Miles left back. This man is so good. He's so good. He can play a marauding left back, just going everywhere and anywhere. And from a center back position, he was so assured, so calm, so ready to step in and fight with Mateta or whoever was nearby. His timings, the poise, the defensive solidity is just so beautiful to see, man. He looked assured. He looked absolutely assured in there, and that was great to see. Wonderful to see. But real quick, I want to talk about my man of the match before I get up out of here. William Saliba. Fantastic. Elite game. Clearly, he looked a level above everybody in that game, in my opinion. The confidence in the touches, the command over the ball and kick-starting our runs of possession and our rhythm and what have you. The duels he had to have with Mateta, didn't back down from damn near any one of them. Was doing his damn job there. And again, from an offensive perspective, he's starting to get better. He's starting to get even better. This is I'm sorry for the people who don't watch anime. It's my fault. But there's an anime called Hunter x Hunter, right? And there's this character in one of the arcs called Meruem, and he basically was born with so much innate talent, but he realized through playing a certain thing and doing a certain action that he could learn people's patterns and learn to expand his game, and just pick up on things and become even better than he was already set as a talent, just as who he was, right? This is what I see Saliba as a little bit, and bear with me. Already talented. When he first came in, we already knew talented. But the way every year, season on season, he's been able to refine his game, get bits and bits better. And especially this season, one area where I wanted to see the center backs start to really apply themselves and exert themselves is in the passing game and in possession. From a diagonal perspective, switching play and getting to isolate our wingers faster, to little incisive passes that they could make to the midfield and attackers when they get higher up the pitch and they're squeezing the pitch essentially. When they have those moments, he's doing that. He's doing that and then some. He's asserting himself into like the final lines more often. He's getting so far up. He's shuttling 5 yards, getting the ball off into good spaces, dribbling past players and getting into space, getting the ball off to the left-hand side. He's doing more and more and more on the ball, and the confidence that he's playing with. Rolls Royce, fully gas tank. That's where we at. My man of the match, clearly. But we're through to the next round. We'll see what happens next. We got Chelsea, so that's gonna Oh, Stamford Bridge. Oh, that's good. No, actually, wait, Wembley semis. So we're good on that. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this game. Let me know what you thought about, again, just the player ratings, the goal, the pens. Let me know about the pens, because the pens are actually really, really good. All of them. And yeah, I guess I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Happy holidays. Yeah, before I get up out of here, happy holidays. Make sure y'all enjoy the holidays. We go out with a win in the next round. Hopefully they can give us some more presents and heart relief ahead of the weekend and stuff when we play Brighton, leave at home. So that's good stuff. We'll keep it rolling and going. My name is Full-Time Trip. That's all the time I got. And until next time, catch y'all later, man. COYG. Happy holidays. Peace.